So let me talk about my goals, and then we'll talk about what I want to do with the next little bit. So the desert isn't here to punish the players, right? I'm not going to develop a hex crawl for the desert. I don't want them to worry about starving. This game isn't Tomb of Annihilation. Tomb of Annihilation is doing Tomb of Annihilation for me. I'm good. Right? I don't need to do two campaigns that are the same. So this isn't punishment. This isn't brutality. This is travel. This is welcome back to the real, right? It's mundanity. We're going to bring it back a little bit. And then when they get where they're headed, that's when I hit them with all the weird shit. So for now, I just want to introduce like a couple of sort of chained encounters. I want to give them like a side quest maybe to boost their. It'd be cool if we could get Sully a level if he hasn't leveled already. I can't remember. But I'd like to give them some opportunity to earn experience and to do some stuff that isn't going to feel like more brutal punishment. Opercio, welcome back. So yeah, that's what I said. I said the desert isn't punishment. This isn't a hex crawl. I'd like to go back, pull it back a little bit to a more D&D type place. So yeah, what I'm thinking, let me tell you a couple of things, right? I want this to be time to pause, time to reflect. Let's look at their goals, right? Because this is a big part of GM prep in this new school. Let me take a look at their goals, and we'll reflect a moment on what they're currently trying to do. So I think in the next 2 episodes, Berg should be able to unlock the power, the gift that Agni gave me. I think all he has to do is find someone who can help him with this. Maybe that's Ramus, maybe it's Kali. It doesn't matter. We'll figure that out. This is his Sicarian, right? Like, I've been thinking about it, and I'm going to say this. Max, buddy, if you're watching this, I don't know, in the future, or you just got curious and you wanted to pop in and see what Adam was thinking about the game, the reason bad things happen to people is because heaven wants to teach your soul a lesson. That's all I'm saying. Berg wants to reattune the apology. I have a new name for the apology. The new apology. It's a different magic weapon now. It has undergone a powerful change. They may be able to fix it or change it or do something with it if they want to bring it back to the apology of Emperor Fey. Thank you, Second Monkey. If they want to bring it back, they can do that. But the apology is now like the apology accepted, and it's something else. It's undergone a new change. So he will have to reattune to it, and that's going to be an interaction with the passenger. But yeah, I've made some changes. So let me tell you a little bit about magic items in my world while we're looking at this. And I've talked about this a bit before, so I'll keep it relatively short. Black Weevil, welcome back. Magic items in my game are unlockable. They can become quests. You can the Apology of Emperor Fey has new and more powerful abilities as you do things to understand it better. Attunement is the first step, but like a +5 Holy Avenger will start as like a +2 longsword, and you can unlock its abilities as you go. So all we've done is we've taken the Apology of Emperor Fey tree. If you play Monster Hunter, here's the tree for Emperor Fey. Here's the apology accepted, and now it's got its own tree. So he can reattune and he can empower it and do the whole thing. Second Monkey, how do dragons and other majestic monsters rank among karma hierarchy? They're adjacent to it. A dragon, no matter how powerful it is not as important as any human being, because humans are the hub that the wheel spins around. And also, are cheer questions bad etiquette? I don't know. We don't really, like, cheers are not really a thing that happens. I've been just trying to look at people's questions. It just happens to be that yours come with, like, a little dancing emote and a noise. So they're easier for me to look at. So yeah, that's how that works. So he can reattune to the apology accepted, and he can learn his way from there forward. But I think for now he's lost his way from the apology of Emperor Fei. But this is possible, and I think Berg could do both of these quests like now. He could do those relatively easily. Yeah, you want me to zoom in a little? Here, let me do that. Does this apply to the bag of devouring? Yes, every magic item has hidden power. Totally. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Ramus wants to find out who the fifth guest is. He could still do this, but I bet she's going to get rid of it. We got to check on him if he left the Wizard's Seclusium with something magical. He did. the shitty bag. And find out if Utrix is dead or alive. He's definitely dead now. So I think Ramus is going to abandon one goal and write up 2 new ones. So Ramus should get a decent amount of XP on the next go around. Sully Hoffa wanted to see what Utrix's goal is or what he aims his power for. He's got that one resolved. We know that. He wants to find out why the fountain cracked. I'm not sure if he knows that for sure. The source of the beetles. We'll talk about that one. I said it is easy because I think it was just like what was present in the moment. So we're going to see a lot of new goals get created. And then Kalimat wants to find out what was in the oubliette, track it down, and fill in his missing time. And again, I think he'll change some of these. So the players aren't giving me a ton to go on, but that's okay. They're allowed, right? An easy and obvious goal right now would be find my way back to the city of Brass, survive the desert, etc. Yeah. So that's where they're at, which leaves me mostly free to just throw stuff at them to see what they want to pursue, right? Let them write their goals as they go. So let's talk a little bit about what I want to do with the desert. So we're going to go away. We're going to go away from the whole like wizards meddling your pawns kind of thing, right? So they're certainly able now to like do their own thing. That's important to me. That's a thing that I'm into. I want them to feel like they have their own moment to kind of cool down, and they're headed across the desert, right? Yeah, Iron Fist points out that like learn our current location is a different goal than get back to the city, but you could have both of those and resolve one and then the other. Yeah. So I want to do that. I have some ideas about encounters in the desert. So what I'm thinking is I want them to encounter some ancient ruins, but not necessarily scary, dangerous ruins, but an ancient temple to the star. So the star, we were talking about at the beginning of the stream, the star is the tarot of coming back from a bad place, right? It's the rising star. It's regaining hope. It's being inspired, being generous, feeling serene. And I really think that the players and the characters could use some time there. So I want to give them something beautiful to see and interact with in the desert. So some kind of...
You have returned.
Hey, useless ties. Hello. Welcome back. Yeah, some kind of like respite, right? So the only thing I don't really know, I'll list all these and I'll talk about kind of how I want to like align them. So the temple to the star represents a moment of like peace and rest. But I don't want it to just be like, yo, you get there and it is what it is. Like it's gone. It's ruined and it's left, but I would like them to be able to interact with something there. I want something there to give them hope. And I'm not sure. I want to show them like You know what? I had two ideas, but I might merge them. So my second idea, yeah, you know what? Maybe they'll run into these NPCs at the temple. So an ancient star temple, a sign of peace and rest, and at that a tribe of free orcs. So I want, again, to go back to the like idea of servitude. I want to show them that you do not have to be enslaved, right? Like I think it's a people, a desert people, who have no master and who don't worship the arcana, who have their own druidic power. Why they have to be a tribe? Because orcs are aligned in tribal societies. They're families, interconnected families. Because that's how orc like culture is. So yeah, desert tribe of orcs. I believe they worshipped like the earth, both in a like thing from which stuff grow and thing in which all things go to die. So yeah, who worship the earth are free. Pizza. Welcome to the squad. No, they don't worship Imix. Imix has human worshippers mostly. Yeah, so right, a plot point being kicked around when the episode was live and happening was, oh crap, are they in the past or the future? I don't fuck time travel. I'm just staying way the fuck away from time travel. It's not happening. Yeah, maybe they could help Berg remove the bracer. Maybe they just show that it's possible that there is something, but they can go and they can stay with this tribe if they play nice, right?
Welcome to the Math Squad.
So they're free, but they're like suspicious, but have, you know, wisdom to share. And I think that they're decent folk, right? They're like the elders are like former slaves. Then the adults are the children of former slaves, and then their children, like the children of the orc tribe, are they were born 2 generations free and live in the desert. And I want to show. So Cypher, this is a great question. So in the Court of Swords, half orc just means someone with orcish blood. No one calls anyone in the game a half orc. Berg is an orc. That's just the thing. Yeah, they're going to be a little bit Fremen, a little bit Bedouin, and the Fremen are a little bit Bedouin to begin with. I'm going to try to avoid being like full on Dune jokes because this isn't the place for it. But yeah, they're a desert traveling people. They trade with caravans, and they live out in the wastelands in the desert. And they have things to share and stuff to talk about. But yeah, like when we say half whatever in this game, we mean human, but with some blood. So I'm going to show that the orcs in this tribe are varying, right? Some of them are the like big, strong, 8 foot tall, big tusk creatures. Some of them are humans with slightly pointed ears and a pronounced brow and a greenish skin. Like they run, and everyone in the tribe is all part of the tribe, right? The families just have varying degrees of orcish intensity in them. They don't internally like see each other as less or more orc. They are all orc, and they will welcome Berg as like one of theirs, right? They'll welcome him as like brother of another god, right? Son of another tribe. Because it doesn't, only fucking humans care how purely orcish someone is, because if you're going to buy a slave, you're going to buy a different kind of orc depending on what you want them for. And that's fucking gross human racism, right? Where they're like, yep, I need scary bodyguards. That one looks too human. Bring me a taller, darker looking orc. That's much more impressive, right? Fuck that shit. So yeah, so that's how the world works, right? So these orcs are going to be like, once the players can get over their like innate fucked upness about outsiders, there's a chance for them to like welcome the players in and to like let them rest, and it's going to be quite a bit like role play, right? Then obviously I have to attack them with something. So again, if we're going full on Dune, right? Like, I want to go like they get attacked by a purple worm, but that's just silly. So maybe they get attacked by slavers, right? We do that narrative thing where we show them this is what they have. This is what is good. They care about and trust you. You've worked your way into their hearts. Protect them. Like, help protect them. So let me look at Ye Olde Kobold Fight Club. And let's see. Is there in a desert environment? There is. Okay, let's take a look at some desert creatures. So, what do we got? We got vultures, kinku, giant lizards. Ooh, gnolls might be good. Gnolls. We haven't done anything with gnolls yet, have we? Yeah. Gnolls would be cool. I'm going to make a note. Scavenging gnoll tribe. Those guys are... Ooh, they're evil. Okay, cool. Gnoll slavers. Oh, yeah. You know who fucking loves the Mara? Gnolls. Mara worshipping hounds. Doom hounds. Oh, fuck, that's going to be dope. Cool. So, I mean, that could take up our whole first episode. Honestly, like, yeah, Noel's got crazy demon shit going on. Yeah, so I don't know. I got to think about like what gnolls are like in because they're intelligent or semi-intelligent at least. I think they're probably like a race that was co-opted by the Mara, right? Like, I think that they used to be like anything else and part of the cycle, but we all like they're a cautionary tale, right? Yeah, don't stay away from the gnolls. Like, they are the hounds of hell, and they are humans or whatever that have given up their souls. They no longer, they're the kicked dogs of destiny. Cool. Yeah. So gnoll slavers come for sacrifice. Okay, cool. So that'll be a thing. Let's put that encounter together. Let's just do that right now, shall we? Let me pop open the right tab here, and we'll create a little desert where they can fight some gnolls. Who do they sell slaves to? I don't know. Humans? Dwarves? Mountain dwarves nearby? I don't know, man. Okay, so gnoll attack. Okay. So, no, players, you stay there. Let me find a cool desert map. All right. I have some names for the NPCs for the gnolls or for the orcs.
Welcome
people in
to
charge.
The Math Squad.
The like tribe mothers, Mogok and Sulthu. I'm gonna write them down on the right page. So, tribe mothers, Mogok and Sulthu. Okay. Hello. I saw a sub. Hi, Chandler. Welcome. Okay, let me look at my desert map stuff here, and we'll put something together. What's this? That one's got some cool ruins. This is a bunch of sci-fi shit. Desert Oasis map, canyon map. Because I think that they ambushed them at the desert, like at the temple, or whatever. Yeah, Volo's added a bunch of new orc and gnoll stuff. So, what am I drawing on? Oh, I'm writing on my GM notebook. So apocalyptic wastelands. Okay, so it looks like that's like mostly like pyramids and desert dig. That might be good. Desert choke point. Oh, look, it's the hot gates. Desert cliffs, desert hill. Oh, here we go. Let's take a look at this one, but I think I might use that desert hill if this one isn't. Yeah, this is like a little scrappy. Let's take a look at desert hill, and I'll build a temple onto it. So I'm gonna increase this to 40 by 40 to make it bigger. Actually, you know what? Let's go with 50 by 50 because I want it to be quite large for this battle because there's gonna be some orcs and stuff in it as well. Okay, so there's the desert hill. Now I need to find. I gotta find like a temple ruins to put on it. Cactuses, scorpions. Oh no, tiny scorpions. Desert boulders, dust clouds. Let's see. Oh, hold up. Look, there's a desert temple ruins map right there. Okay. Ah, you got me. You got me. Who did it? Who's responsible for this? Quick encounters. All right, quick encounters. Desert temple ruins. There we go. Oh yeah, that's perfect. The columns are a little Greco-Roman, but what are you gonna do? Okay, perfect. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so now, let's see if we can find. Let's find some camels. Camel. Is there a token for camel? There we go. Hell yeah. Okay. Camel. And then let's just chuck a couple of them in here. Okay. And then what do I want? I also want orcs. So let's see. There we go. Yeah, we've used a few of these orcs before. So I just want like a couple of orc. We'll do a war chief and like a couple of orcs. I'm not going to make the orcs too complicated because I have to like manage them myself. Okay. So the orcs will be around kind of like here, hanging out when the attack comes. And I don't know, maybe this ambush will be set like the players will set it. I need to get the tokens out on the table. I can quickly kind of like mess with these things. So okay, so whatever, we'll copy those guys. But let's build that gnoll encounter now. Okay. All right, so I want gnolls, and I have one level 6 character, 2 level 7 characters, and 1 level 5 character. Just to have that on the board. I'm not going to try too hard to like build this encounter too specifically, but I just want to kind of see. I don't want to accidentally go too overboard on it. So we could do it like there's a lot of gnolls. Yeah, Bergen, or maybe no, maybe it's one level 7 and 2 level 6. Yeah, because Ramus hasn't leveled yet. Okay, so anyway, yeah, Sully. I think Sully gained a level last time. Anyway, again, I'm not building this to be really specific. I just want to make sure I have some guys on the board. So, Fang of Yanogu. Though this is the other. So, yeah, I figure I can do like without going too bad. I could do one special gnoll, 4 hunters, 4 regular gnolls, and a pack lord. But also we could have some like additional shit like giant hyenas, right? So we could do like a couple of them, something like that. And then what is giant scorpions are fun. Fuck it. Fuck the hyenas. That's boring. Let's do giant scorpions. Yeah. Okay. Let's look at that. So 2 giant scorpions. Yeah, this is Kobold Fight Club. It's one of the programs that I use. You can see it up in the top left there. It's one of the programs that I use to manage my encounters. So 2 giant scorpions. I can do like 3 gnolls. I can always have like reinforcements show up, but this is too easy. 1 Fang of Yanogu. 3 hunters. And 1 pack lord. Okay. Noel's writing giant rust monsters. Okay, so let's do that. So Noel, if I just look up Noel, it'll give me the whole list. So regular Noel. That's a Noel, by the way. That's what they look like. Terrible hyena man. And then cool. Hell Noel. Rampaging Hell Noel. It's a shame it doesn't have any special abilities. It's kind of annoying. It has Rampage, but okay. And then Pack Lord. Incite Rampage. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, and he's got an aura of 30 feet. So let me turn that on. Make sure the players can't see it. So I got to use aura 2. Rampage aura. I'll use orange. Okay. So the players won't be able to see that. And then pack. So we got a pack lord. We got the Yanogu guy. We got those 3. And then I need hunter, no hunters. So scary. Cool. So these are like missile, 2 longbow attack gnolls. Okay. All right. Oh, did I put the aura on the wrong dude? Yeah, I totally did. You're right. Gnoll pack lord. 30-foot aura. Bang. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is the hunter, and there were supposed to be like, we'll do 3 of those. All right. So this is all the gnolls. I'm gonna move them to the GM layer right now, and we'll kind of figure out where the players are in this ruin to the shrine, this ruined shrine to the star, and then the gnolls will show up and attack. So that's one of the encounters. I want to think about a secondary encounter or a secondary thing. What other cool desert shit is there? Because I've kind of covered, like I've got Tribe of Orcs, Ancient Ruins, Robbers in the Desert, like Oasis, like something about an illusion. Like, oh yeah, and there's supposed to be scorpions. You're right. I forgot my giant scorpions. Okay. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, and this isn't about like I don't want to just throw a random encounter in there. I want it to be like what kind of Court of Swords desert shit could they run into? So they're traveling through an empty place. I'm thinking like an omen or something that isn't just like you find a monster. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of I know like a genie or a Dao or whatever, but that just feels like yeah, like some monks or something. Yeah, let's do that. I think that makes sense. So like some pilgrims. Yeah, genasi on a pilgrimage. Let's do that. Okay. So if they push on and they leave the orcs behind, genasi on a pilgrimage to where are they going in the desert? Some like primordial oh shit, Kuresma, you're right. That's another option. We talked about the warlike desert turtles. So we definitely have to throw them in. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like a desert turtle town. Sorry, Genasi, you're gonna no, that's where the Genasi are going. To fucking Turtle Town, and this sand turtle, I think, is a giant turtle that the like giant like village sized turtle that walks through the desert, and the desert it's like a turtle fortress that the desert turtles live on. That's perfect, and that's where these Genasi are going. Okay, so the fortress, the fortress what walks. We need a name for it. To the fortress that walks. Turtle. Let's see. How do you say turtle in Hindi? Kachua. Is there another translation of turtle? How's this pronounced?
Kachua.
Kachua. I like it. To the fortress that walks. Elder Kachua. A town of about 100 maybe? No, less than that. Like about 80? We'll say around 100. But around 100 desert turtle. And the desert turtles are mean and like snappy and like, oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. Okay. And they worship, and this is the same people that the monks worship, the Genasi. So what are they like? Desert turtles are, yeah, they're cruel. We talked about them being like really insular and like mean. So let me see. Yeah, they worship. Let me look at the various tarot, but they can be won over, right? And this will be an opportunity for JP to kind of like lead the scene. So let's see. Tarot meanings. What feels good to me? What member? What arcana do they follow? The moon, maybe, or the magician. The hanged man. The hermit. Fucking obviously. Obviously, they're fucking hermit worshippers. Obviously. God, Adam. Fucking stupid. Come on. All right, cool. So they worship the hermit. And they just want everybody to leave them the fuck alone. But they know things and they're smart and they have interesting insights into the universe. Okay, so I just need some names. I need a name for the Genasi monk. Genasi Earth monk who worships the hermit. Oh my god, can we just name him I Just Want to Be Left Alone? And his friends call him Left Alone. I kind of think that's total. I'm gonna do it. That's his name. Okay. What do you want your sacred monk name to be? Listen, man, I just want to be left alone. So shall it be. Bong, bong, bong. Okay, so his name is Left Alone. And he's an Earth Genasi. And there's a couple of other ones. But they don't really like leave him alone. And then the turtles, I think the turtles, like these turtles have names. They have names like One Broken Talon, Three Horns, Red Claw. Like they have names like that where it's just describers, like it just describes them. So yeah, Three Horns. Bone Cruncher. Oldest. And then now I gotta do my like Blade Runner reference here. Let me look at the You See a Turtle thing for a good reference. Maybe I should name him Belly Baking in the Hot Sun. Is that what it goes? Yeah. Belly Baking in the Hot Sun is totally his name. Well, like when they get introduced to Oldest, he'll be like, "I'm not, right? Like someone's older than me." Yeah, Belly Baking in the Hot Sun, Three Horns, Bone Cruncher, Oldest. And I don't think that these these turtles, I don't think in desert turtle culture, I don't think they have like gender markers. So they're all they, them. They have sex. They have sexual dimorphism, but I don't think that in their culture they differentiate between like men and women culturally. I think they're all like agendered. Cool. All right. So this will do me at least one episode. And I think probably we can get two out of these two. It's two separate foci for the episodes because I really like think that the characters are going to want to spend some time with both of these groups of people. And they can do quests and they can meet these NPCs, and I think I'm good. I may check in again after next episode, but we'll see how that goes.
Gesture.
Second Monkey wants to nerps me one more question. Do the instinctual behavior of animals reward them with karma since they're unlikely going to rebel against destiny? Yes. Yeah, totally. That's how it works. Instinct is following your karma. No, I think Sith Master, the orcs are smart enough that if they see that there's nothing physically wrong with Berg, but he's acting like he's dumb as a rug, they'll probably try to care for him and like attend to him. Tavern Master Zev, yes. Azure Vortex's brother was an Earth Monk, but this is not. I don't want to Dogs in the Vineyard this and make everybody related to everybody else. Gage I've been curious about the Tabaxi since the Primordial Arc, and I've wondered if you thought about them in the current world setting. Not yet, but definitely. I promise that when the players get back to wherever they're going, whether it's the City of Brass or something else, whenever they get to where they're going, I promise you a big finale to the arc. I want to end the arc with the live show and begin the next one. If anybody has any questions, now is the time, and then we'll close it up for now. So King of Griffins asks, are there devils in the world? Capital D, devils. If so, are they Mara? All of the demons and devils in my world are creatures, debased creatures that serve the Mara. Yeah. Devils or demons. Arrowbane asks, if there was a soul in the cube Berg smashed, wouldn't he have absorbed the memories of it when he smashed the cube, like when he killed the dwarf? He didn't. He doesn't have that power anymore. That doesn't happen.
Kind gesture.
Are dragonborn mammals, or do they lay eggs? I don't know. If it ever comes up, I'll ask Zeke, because he probably cares more about it than me. How will I convince JP to actually go to the big desert turtle camp? JP's character is really easy. I could just be like, you've never seen one before, and like, I don't know, they probably have food and water, and they'll trade. Twee, tell me our favorite girl is alive and kicking. I am saving her. You wait. You wait. You be patient. Do all the Sahir get their powers from the same place? Everyone in creation gets their power from the fountain. Have you made any decisions on the Fae and whether they exist in Court of Swords? Not really. There are, I think that the genies are like Fae. I think that might be the thing. Because they serve the same purpose in like Arabic myth, so maybe. In Court of Swords, who is the patron of the Hexblade? Some kind of murderer, Mara. Possibly the one they call the son of the dragon. He likes swords. Couldn't Ramus, being the soulless entity that he is, be capable of turning into one of the world-bound gods? No, because he isn't. Ramus is a shell, and then someone took the peanut out and threw it away. So the gods are their souls. Ramus is like a empty, like he's a shell. He's a hole. Can we name the dragon turtle Thunderdome? Yeah, probably. Do Mind Flayers and Farang know of each other? No comment. Could JP's plan to bargain the soul with heaven have worked? Maybe. The fact that he was talking about killing himself to go to heaven made me like innovative, terrifying, but innovative. Can souls reincarnate into elves? No. Was it the tainted fountain that ruined Utrix? No, it was the players that ruined Utrix. It was the fucking player characters. They ruined him. What's going on in the Court of Swords itself? The Court of Swords is fighting a losing civil war against its own dead, and nobody seems to care. That's pretty much how that goes. How many arcs before we hint again how shitty things are in the Court of Swords? They're pretty far. Like, the Court of Swords will have to get to a point where, like, ambassadors start getting killed and stuff. Like, when the war comes to the capital, like, when the North comes to Saigon, that's when people are going to be like, we better get out of there or go help. How is someone treated who got turned to stone? Yeah, that sucks. I think that's an abomination. That's a blasphemy. Because your soul is trapped. Because you're not dead, right? You have to die. Given the talk of how screwed Utrix is karma-wise, could it be that Berg is suffering for being a Sahir at one point? I don't think he's suffering that bad, but yeah, like, Berg should start looking to his previous incarnations. There are ways of finding these things out. The Great Book in Heaven says every deed a soul has ever performed and what a soul used to be. So maybe Berg's previous incarnation was a real bastard. Maybe he was Ramus. Was there any danger of Utrix's soul going into Ramus's body? Somebody asked me about that. They were like, what would happen if they found a way to put Utrix's soul in Ramus? I believe my response was the utter obliteration of Ramus as we know him. I believe that was the answer to that question. When you're talking about Agni differentiating herself from Berg and Ramus, i.e. divinity and mortality, aren't they two sides of the same coin? Both can be destroyed, mostly with the latter being recycled. And with the Mara involved, wouldn't this be cause for redefining what a soul actually is? Divinity and mortality being different forms of souls. Yes, you would make a great Court of Swords philosopher. Absolutely. It's totally interesting. Like, the nature of the soul is a part of the game. Would the dragon turtle be a sleeping earth god moving unconsciously, ever wandering? Yeah, totally. Could be. Or the child of one, right? It's the Agni to the great, like maybe the earth itself, the great disk of creation, we see it as a turtle, and this is just one of his children, right? Wandering around. Killing himself to make a deal with heaven is straight out of the myths of Su Wukong. So maybe that style of Chinese myth is where he got the idea. Yeah, right? That shit is great. That like, well, I'm going to drown myself so I can get to heaven so I can punch God in the nose. It's kind of amazing. And it shows JP has a really good understanding of the cosmology of the world. I'm actually really proud of him. How's the Gnome Kingdom doing? It's balancing on the edge of a knife. I'm going to have to write like a tweet to Sean at some point, I'm sure, to be like, yo, dude, so the Shulin Valley got burned away in a horrible fire because the god of fire found out that the rock gnome king kidnapped his son, and he just kind of indiscriminately burned everything that you love. So sorry, I guess, about that. Second monkey. Were there ever legends of characters like the Monkey King? Mortals disrupted the order in the fountain? Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's a great idea, Second Monkey. So like a mortal adventurer who got so strong he wasn't afraid of heaven anymore, and heaven was like, dude, we're going to make you a god so you stop fucking around and you can become like the god of heroes. Does that sound fun? And everyone will love you, and they'll have festivals and kids will dress up as you, but that means you have to stop fucking around in our business. We're going to co-opt you into management. Totally. It's such a good idea. I love it. Can the Court of Swords, if overrun by the dead, attempt to summon the Mara at any point? Well, the court of the dead, the Necromancer King is one of the Mara's high prince, like type dudes, right? He's a ring wraith to the Sauron of the Mara. So the Court of Swords could become the Mordor of our setting. If that ever happens, I'm going to ask that JP get new overlays for the show, representing the Court of Swords not being like the focal setting, but becoming the threat, right? So like a dark version of the overlays. I think that'd be sweet. Let's see. So what's his name? The tower guy, the Raven Queen, Emperor Faye, Hazan. Yeah, Hazan's a fucking tool is the thing. Hazan's a huge tool. He's powerful, but like he's a tool. So it's a shame. Was there ever a Court of the Void? Now, this is a blasphemy that we've talked about once or twice before. There are scholars, especially in the City of Brass, there are scholars who say the Mara are merely our darker selves. And by ignoring it, by putting it aside, we are not allowing ourselves, to embrace our darkness, and we're empowering it to be villainous. So what we need to do is invite the Mara into the world, right? To defang them, to domesticate them. And this might mean binding them as servants, but it might also mean accepting them as a reflection of our darker nature. And then this is how the world becomes, right? We announce a king of the void, a queen of the void, a page of the void, and a knight of the void. We take some land, we call it the Void Court, and this is a thing, right? This new fifth element It's not love. It's darkness. Yeah. So that's a blasphemy, right? It's against the fountain. It's against the wheel, but maybe it's true. Maybe it's possible. Yeah. Professor Nesbitt. If something happened to Hazan, would the tower want Ramus or Berg to take his role? It's possible that Hazan's personal agenda is that he's grooming Berg. I can't remember if it was a fan, like an audience member or a player, who had the revelation of like, wait, if it was a fan for sure. If Berg dies,
You have returned.
if Berg dies and his soul parasite is still attached to his soul and his soul goes to heaven, doesn't that mean that the passenger gets a free ticket to the fountain? The answer to that is yes. And if that ever happens, shit.
Returned.
Hold on to your butts, because that is very much like apocalypse trigger. Kaiser Davis. Welcome back. Cinnamon Kiss also. Welcome back. Thank you. Berg dying means much worse things. So it's a good thing that he's still alive.
Welcome to the map.
Yeah, that'd be an overlay change too. Rensa, welcome to the squad. Yeah, his dark passenger, his soul parasite, the fucked up thing that's attached to his soul. The like tulpa, the Farang tulpa. I mean, there's a triad of powers in play right now, right? Or a four set if you want to separate the gods. There's the powers of reality. There's the gods and humans and all the bullshit in the Court of Swords. There's the Mara, right? Ultimate darkness. They're bad. And then there's the Farang. And the Farang don't give a fuck. The Farang don't see the Mara and the gods as being all that different necessarily. They don't even know. Like they would just be like, there's a weird thing. There's a different weird thing. Slice. We can kill them both because their magic doesn't affect us. I think you can look at, if you look at the game, you can look at the Mara and you can look at the Farang and you can look at the powers of heaven, and they all have things going for them. So, yeah, are the Farang invisible to the Mara as well? I don't know. No. I'm not confusing the parasite with the slot egg. I've referred in my notes as his dark passenger as being a soul parasite as well. Like, cause it lives off of him, right? It can't exist on its own. Yeah, right. That was brought up in the Asriel arc. Berg can't die or something bad will happen. So yeah, we're talking hypothetics now. If you want to talk hypotheticals, the community forum is a great place to do this. community.itmejp.com. There's a Farang thread already. So take all that you have learned today and go to that thread, talk up the magical space elves. Please, like, hit it. VI Rusted. Thank you. I missed your question there. I will answer this one and then I do need to take off, but VI Rusted says, because Ramus is a karmic void, would a person he interacts with generate dharma? No, he doesn't like cause harm to the people around him. He's a glitch. He's a skip. He's a problem in the record. So yeah, there you go. There's all kinds of cool shit going on. We're gonna finish the Stranger Stars arc. I promise there's gonna be a big conclusion. We'll see if there's time to do another GM prep episode. I tend to only do like an hour and a half to 2 hours of prep for the kind of next bits. So there may be time. If there is, I'll announce it well in advance. Thank you for coming, everybody. I hope that you have learned some cool things. I know it was a bummer that there was no Court of Swords tonight, but we'll be back Saturday afternoon, 3 p.m. Pacific time, normal time, different day. And you'll get to see some of the desert business in play. That's it for me. That's it for now. Thank you, everybody, for coming, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.